Now I do actually have it somewhere. I remember hanging it on.
I love a sock and a heel combo. It's not for everyone. Don't take it too seriously.
I have 43 pairs of sunglasses. I have 150 pairs of shoes. This is the problem when you have too many clothes.
Fashion's fun, light-hearted. Don't save your dresses for any special occasions. Just wear them.
Ended up walking out with a Chanel bag and ended up eating beans on toast for the rest of the week as my punishment.
This is the outfit!
Hi, I'm Paris Artiste. I'm a stylist, an influencer, and this is my wardrobe confidential. I would say my space inspires me because it's a blank canvas and I've been able to paint with it. So here's the wardrobe. I have my colourful knits, of course. I have my denim, which is like a big thing for me. Me and denim are like best friends. Then if we go over to the end wardrobe, this is where the party is. This is where the fun happens. This is the magic for me. I have my vintage football shirts, of course, right next to my sparkling sequins. So we have a lot of vintage here. Vintage football shirts going from international teams to local teams. This is the home to my 43 pairs of sunglasses. I would describe my style as quite maximalist, colourful and fun. So I'm going to talk you through what I'm wearing today, which is a vintage England football shirt, which I got from Vinted, layered on top of an Adidas zipper, which I also got from Vinted, a little maximalist silver bangle from ASOS, jewellery from a small business called Cold World JPEG. Then on my bottoms, there's a lot of fun here. These are a pair of jeans that someone actually made for me. And then I've got a little belt bag, which I keep using as waistbands. This is from a small brand from KMS Jewellery. This is a Marc Jacobs bag chain, which I've just decided to start wearing as belts. And the drama of the shoes is knee-high boxing boots that have been made into heels. And these are an absolute favourite of mine. An outfit that best represents me and feels most authentic to me is probably something football related, maybe a football shirt, or actually I do have a football jacket that's made up out of vintage football scarves, which was a really, really cool find at Warnwell Vintage Shop, and it has just a mashup of all the different teams. And yeah, I feel like this piece is just pretty iconic. I feel like typical me would style this with a metallic skirt, some sequins, and probably some socks and a heel. I would say my style's evolved a lot. Me as a teenager, no, was not a vibe. I think the evolution that had to happen was from me growing up and watching things like runways and magazines, because growing up in a small town, it's not easy to be dressing outside of the box or wearing things that the average person wouldn't wear. But for me, I just felt like an inner push to push the boundaries and to just not take fashion so seriously and have fun with it. So I'm going to take you to the oldest piece of my wardrobe, which is actually a vintage Rui Costa Portuguese shirt. I bought it from Soccer Locker, which is a source like vintage football wear, but this item genuinely just excites me so much. This is the oldest piece of my collection, as it's actually from the 90s. Something I've recently purchased that I am dying to wear is this mixed sequin mashup. This dress, the sound. I am obsessed with like the detail, the mashup and the maximalist of just everything that's going on here, and it looks so expensive and it also feels it, and it was ASOS design and it wasn't over £100, so for something this embellished, I feel like that's a pretty good steal. My biggest splurge, just wait. I don't know why I did this, definitely couldn't afford to do it, but I did it. This is my one and only, will be only, Chanel coin purse that was heavily influenced to buy by my sister, champagne and lots of oysters. Yeah, ended up walking out with a Chanel bag and ended up eating beans on toast for the rest of the week as my punishment. Now, a purchase I probably regret buying was the first designer bag that I brought, because it's just not very me. I don't know why I did it. Again, heavily influenced by my sister and champagne. It's fluffy, it gets filthy so easily, and it's just like, when I put it on, you can't even tell it's Prada. It's just not me, and I don't ever reach for it. I feel like I can't really sell it, because for me this was such like a Mom, I've made it moment. Like I went into Prada and I was able to buy myself something. This was my first designer bag, and like just having the money to be able to buy something like this when that was like all I dreamed of as a kid. Now, my biggest bargain I've ever found was probably a child's skirt from Fendi, because it was 80% off and I managed to squeeze in age 14 to 15. Now it doesn't look like much this way, and when I seen it I was like, yeah, it's nice. But this skirt is fully reversible. So you just give it a little flip. It's like a little Mary Poppins magic trick. And there we have like a full-on Fendi monogram skirt. And I feel like it's such a cool little piece. It was a kid's price. I got it for less than £200 and the RPR is like over £1,000. So I was pretty buzzing with that. And another insane bargain I got was from the TK Maxx gold label section. I found a D-squared runway corset, which was literally selling online for like over £3,000, and I got it for 49 quid. So I need to find it for you. Now I do actually have it somewhere because I've done my wardrobes out and I remember hanging it off. But if not, I'll ring my mum because she will know. Where is the corset thing? Maybe it's in the front. This is the problem when you have too many clothes. I know it's somewhere. I found it. So this, I know you're thinking, Paris, what is that? Wait, I'm just gonna show you just so you can see. It's actually D-squared. I'm not lying. I wear it all the time, elevate looks. You know when you wear a dress and you feel like you need a cinch, or it's just a bit boring, a bit plain, you want to add a bit of texture. It would have been well over £3,000 if I was to purchase it online. Okay, outfit number 2. Now my favourite thing when it comes to styling and clothes is textures, putting outfits together. So to start off, this skirt is actually a dress. I've just tucked it under, tied it the bobble at the back and give it a little tuck in. Shoes, I've got a little sandal with a heel and a sock. I love a sock and a heel combo. It's not for everyone, don't take it too seriously. So this is a Marc Jacobs bag chain, but I feel like fashion shouldn't really have labels, like clothes are what they are and what you make them. So I'm just gonna tie this around my waist, again to add more texture and just to give a little bit of extra cinch. So that literally just pops on like this. And now we're getting into my favourite bit, which is accessorize. For me, more has always been more. I don't really stick with the less is more. So I'm gonna go in with this one here, which is also a TK Maxx find. I think I got this for like £8. So literally just pop this straight on. I'm just gonna add a longer necklace, just to give that a little bit more, you know, zazz and sass it up a little bit. I put it on the wrong way. This was a necklace I actually just picked up from Zara on Vinted. This one's TK Maxx, this one's Cold World, and this one is actually Annabelle Designs, which is a small designer in London. So now I feel like I want something on my arm, so I'm going to show you how I turn my jeans into a jacket. It's really easy. All you do is you have to get your pair of jeans. I get mine that are a little bit oversized because it just makes this a little bit more seamless. And you're literally just going to pop your arms through the jacket. Just through it. And there you have a pair of jeans that you've now literally just turned into your own little crop jacket. I always give in my clothes like a second lease of life. For example, I had a pair of Levi leather trousers that I literally never wore my wardrobe, and I thought, I'm never gonna wear these, I don't like the fit of them, so I just cut them into a jort. My favourite place to shop is probably Vinted. Can't lie, I'm a Vinted girl. I love going on there. I'm such like a bargain hunter at heart. I found so many vintage items that I wouldn't find anywhere else, dead stock pieces, and I feel like it's actually the only place that's reasonable. I also would heavily advise you not to sleep on the men's section. Mostly I shop menswear because growing up I've always had hand-me-downs, so I've always learned how to work with oversized clothing. These are menswear LV jorts that I have to roll over about 500 times, or you just buy a nice belt bag chain and it does it all for you. And that also means that me and my boyfriend both get to share these, and I just think it's a cooler fit. I grew up in a house of like my brother and my dad taking me to football games, so I was always having their hand-me-downs, so I'd always have my brother's shirts, never got anything my own size, even when it came to school clothes, trying to just tuck them in or tie them with a bobble at the back and tuck it in so no one knows. I feel like now I've adapted that into like my superpower. My favourite designer, I love Vivienne Westwood. I think she's so cool. She really taught me the power of just being authentic, being unapologetic, don't follow trends, set them. An outfit that I absolutely love and gives me so much confidence and such a special outfit to me is a double denim piece from Vivienne Westwood, which was actually sent to me from Flannels for 3 whole days. I did not respond to the email because I genuinely thought they got the wrong person. And I was just like, this can't be right. Like, Flannels are in my DMs trying to dress me to Vivienne Westwood. Like, they've obviously sent it the wrong person. This is the outfit! Oh my, Vivienne Westwood knows how to do silhouette, she knows how to do tailoring, because I have quite like a boy body, I would say, like an athletic build, so I don't have massive hips and like the massive dramatics. Vivienne Westwood will give you that, the puff shoulders. Oh my, I am obsessed. I've also gone with a big chunky platform with like a ballerina style just to give into that like Vivienne Westwood punk ballet vibe. So I'm gonna go in with my Vivienne Westwood trio pearl necklace. I love this. This was like one of the first Vivienne Westwood purchases I ever bought. Something I really admired about Vivienne Westwood as a designer was her unapologeticness. Her craftsmanship is unbelievable, and the way that she understands women's bodies and how you want to feel in her clothes, with her silhouettes, her dramatic shoulders, her cinched waist, her super elongated like trousers and skirts, I just think was genuinely incredible. So to finish this and pull everything together, I think I need a silver bag. Yves Saint Laurent bag, which was actually sent to me. It's the perfect little statement bag, as Vivienne Westwood is a statement brand, and I feel like these just marry two worlds together beautifully. I think a moment for me where just having fun with fashion and being your authentic self was really when I wore a H&M studio dress. It literally looks like it's made out of trash bags, it actually might be. It's too big to fit anywhere in here in my wardrobe, so they're gonna pass it to me, but just wait till you see. I know all the fashion people are gonna be dying inside, because this dress honestly is insane. It's a crop front, so it's super leggy, and then you've got a massive train which just like sweeps behind you. I think if I was to have a black wedding dress, it would be this. I think it's so unique, and it's actually a H&M studio sample. I just have such a core memory of wearing this in London. I was walking around the streets of Soho, literally sweeping everything from behind me. I feel like growing up, you always watch these Disney princesses in like beautiful dresses. For me, that just really felt like my Disney moment. I think this is just a reminder that fashion's fun, it's light-hearted, don't save your dresses for any special occasions, just wear them, have fun with it, don't do it for anyone but yourself. I really hope that my fashion inspires people to have fun, be confident, be your unapologetic self, because we can't be anyone but ourselves.